Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is May 29th. The time I'm recording this video, I am traveling as you are watching this premiere. This video is dropping on Friday, but I am recording this Thursday night, May 29th. So as you guys know, a lot of things can probably change here in the matter of a day. But I want to just say things are still looking very, very good for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. One thing I want to point out here on Bitcoin's chart before we get into the watch list, today we will be covering all of the names on our watch list. These are the top crypto and stocks to be watching for next week. We're going to be hitting all these charts here today, along with all of the names that I am holding in my portfolio as well. And we're going to be looking for setups. We're going to be looking for things to watch for, like what you're seeing right here on Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin's trend is obviously very, very strong here, up and to the right. You guys know we've been talking about these EMAs here for the last couple of months, and we know that we're in an uptrend when we are up above these EMAs. Okay, when we're up above them, that means the trend is strong, right? We want charts that are going up and to the right. We don't want charts that are going down and to the right. You can't argue right now that Bitcoin is in an uptrend. So one thing I want to point out that is very, very bullish for Bitcoin, in my opinion, here for the next couple of days is our stochastic RSI. That is the light blue line on our trading indicator. This line right here, that light blue line, when that thing gets close to zero, is normally when you want to start looking for entries. Normally when you want to start looking for a bottom. And you could see Bitcoin is back down there right now for the first time since all the way back here in April. So April 8th was the last time that thing, I mean, that was at like 12. It's even lower than it was right here back in April. And again, that was about a month and a half ago. And you could see what happened to the price. I mean, we were at 12. We bottomed right there at 74 and absolutely ripped all the way up to 110. So the fact that we're getting this bottom here on the stochastic RSI here, we're touching zero, and we're still this far up above the EMAs is super, super bullish in my opinion. And you guys know that the monthly dots are the most accurate signals on the indicator, and you can see Bitcoin is going to close. There's a very good chance Bitcoin is going to close the month of May with a green dot. So why does that matter? Well, if you zoom out of the chart, this indicator has literally picked the bottom of Bitcoin all the way back here since 2015. A lot of you guys have been around for a while, but we do have a lot of new people. So what I want to go ahead and do really quick is go over the trading rules before we jump into the watch list. Just for everybody that is new, for everybody that is using our strategy. Again, guys, we are swing traders here on this channel. Okay, we focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, our typical time frame for our trades is anywhere from 1 to 6 months. Okay, meaning we're buying and we are holding for 1 to 6 months. We are not day traders here, so if you like day trading, this isn't a day trading channel. You might want to go watch a different channel. Okay, the truth is about day trading, 90 to 95% of people who day trade fail. Okay. So we take a different approach here. I know it's crazy, but we are typically focused on a monthly and a daily chart. So our time frame is always 1 to 6 months out. So we enter and exit positions using our trading indicators, right? The trading indicator is going to be these red and green dots, the stochastic RSI, the EMAs, everything put together, okay? So it's pretty simple. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. So the first thing that we look for is a green dot or a green candle on the monthly chart, right? Because we focus on the monthly and the daily. So a green candle or a green dot on the monthly chart. None of these names in the watch list today will have a red. They'll either have a green candle or a green dot. One of the two. Okay, so that means the candle on the monthly chart or the dot on the chart is going to be green on the majority of these names. And we'll scan through all of these, guys. We're going to be here. We're going to hit all of these charts. There's a lot of setups going into June. I still believe this summer is going to be very, very, very bullish for especially crypto and for stocks going all the way into the end of the year. So, I mean, the charts are just lining up so perfectly. We just got to have patience here because I truly believe that we are about ready to absolutely explode. Let me show you why. Well, the first thing is you can see Bitcoin right here on the monthly chart. Back here in 2015, we got a green dot right there. I'm sorry, all the way back here in 2015 on Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was $550. it went all the way up to 20,000 in the span of a 2-year period. So you can see that came in October of 2015. Again, the price was sitting right there at around $500, and it went all the way up here in 2018 and hit 20,000. Okay, 500 to 20,000. I mean, you literally just retired your family if you entered here and exited there. What did it do? We went into a bear market and we came down for about a year. We got a green dot right here in April of 2019 at around $3,000, $4,000. Over the next, I think that was like a 2-year period, it went from 4,000 all the way up to 60, about 69,000, 70,000 there in 2021. We went into a bear market, got the green dot right there at 17,000. Boom, it went up. We also got a green dot right here in 2023. That was October at 26,000. And then another one right here in November. This was November 1st, 2024 at around 61,000. And then we're getting one here in May. Okay, and if we close this candle, meaning we open up the June candle here in a couple days, that dot is going to be confirmed. So that will be called out in the Discord. But why is this important, guys? Well, as swing traders, we want to make sure that we're trading stuff that is in an uptrend. We know that stuff is in an uptrend when the candle or the dot is green here on the monthly chart and we're trending up. So there's actually 2 ways that we can determine whether or not the dot or whether or not the trend is up. It's either, boom, green dot here on the monthly, or we're up above the EMAs, like I told you at the beginning, okay? When we're down below the EMAs, we're in a downtrend, right? We're in a bear market. That downtrend started right here in February on Bitcoin, and we went down for the period of about 2 months. What happened here at the end of April? We broke out, and we have been in an uptrend ever since. Same thing with Ethereum, right? Everybody's panicking today about a little dip here. But guys, we have broken. Look at this. We were stuck in this downtrend right here. This was a bull trap here. So if you guys don't know what a bull trap is, this happened back here in January. Let's go over here to our cheat sheet. If you guys are not inside of the Discord, you guys can join for free. The link is in the description and also pinned in the comment section below. But you can see the bull trap here happened in January on Ethereum and altcoins. Okay, the bull trap is where everybody thinks we're going back up and we get rugged. Okay, that happened right here in January. You can see we had this big run up. Okay, we had a big run up from 2,000 all the way up to 4,000. Okay, big run up. We dipped. We went for the breakout. Okay, we went for the breakout here. We're going back up, return to normal, and then they rugged it on us. So we knew that Ethereum was in a downtrend. Well, 2 ways, right? We had the red dot show up there in February. Red dot in February came right there at around 3,300. We went down. Okay, look at Ethereum's monthly candle now. That thing we're up 46% on the month for Ethereum, guys. So altcoin season is still in full swing. Even with today's dip, our little 3% dip that we suffered, Ethereum is still up 46% in May alone. 46%. So don't be fooled. Okay, altcoins and these markets are still very, very bullish. Okay, very bullish. But again, we know we're in a downtrend when either the dot is red, okay, or we are trending below the EMAs. And again, as traders, as swing traders, we want to trade things that are going up and to the right. So you can see Ethereum broke out here in May. We had a green dot called out right there on May 8th, okay? And again, you guys can get all of these signals over here inside the trade alerts. The daily alerts, the weekly alerts, and the monthly alerts are all called out over here, okay? So you had this big push up. Okay, that was the break of the downtrend. We broke out over the EMAs. Again, we know we're in a downtrend when we're below the EMAs. We broke out here. So we are in an uptrend. We're actually putting in a bull flag here. So Ethereum is still very bullish here above 2,200. Okay, as long as we can hold these EMAs, we're still in a very, very, very strong market. Very strong market for altcoins, Ethereum, and crypto in general. Okay, and Bitcoin's chart is still very bullish as well. So again, that's what we're looking for. We either want a green candle or a green dot on the monthly chart. That tells us, hey, we're in an uptrend, or we are above the EMAs. Make sure what you're trading is above the EMAs. All these names, all these stocks and cryptocurrencies we're going to look at today, all of these are trending up above the EMAs, okay? Like Dash, okay, like Domino's Pizza, okay, up above the EMAs, okay? So our goal as traders is that we want to buy the day of the green dot when we're into those EMAs. So you come back here to the cheat sheet. we want to buy as close as possible to the mean, to the averages, right? So if Domino's Pizza here pulls back down here, just like it did right here into that 200, pulled back into that area, ripped back up, pulled back, ripped back up, right? Bitcoin doing the same thing. We're looking for those pullbacks, those retracements. Like if Bitcoin pulled back to 100K, there's going to be a lot of buyers sitting right there ready to buy, okay? Especially with how low that stochastic is. So we want to buy as close to or at the mean, okay, when we're buying. So you could see some of these names on my portfolio, like Chainlink is sitting right on its EMA right now. Okay, same thing with Arrow. Arrow's actually broke a little bit below it. ARB also just sitting right on top of it right now. So this is why I'm still bullish on altcoins. We're still holding these very, very major levels. And can we dip? Yes, absolutely. We can go back down and touch maybe 35, 30. Like I said, Ethereum can come all the way down here, guys, to 2,200 and still be bullish. Okay, so there's nothing to fear right now. We are in a very strong uptrend. Again, our vision is 1 to 6 months down the road. If you guys are thinking about 6 months out right now, well, we got June, July, August, September, November, December. Okay, that's 6 months. We're thinking end of the year here. Okay, and I've been saying the end of summer for the last couple of months now is when we're going to see the top of the bull run. I think that's where we're going to see the top. Okay, at the end of summer, August, September. That is the vision right now. These little red days that we're getting here is nothing to panic about right now. Everything is still looking good. Okay, everything is still looking very good. So where do we look to sell? Well, where we want to sell is when we get that extension off of the EMAs, right? That extension off of the EMAs. So right here, back in December, Ethereum was very overbought. How do we know it's overbought? Well, we're extended very far off the mean. Okay, off of our averages. We're way up off of the averages. Okay, and we also have another tool, another indicator that we use. It's called the auto fib. So you can see that red zone that we're in up there. When we get the red dot inside of the red zone, okay, that's normally where we want to take some profits or everything off the table. You can see these red dots in the red zone called the top of Ethereum back here in December. That was at 4,000. Okay, it did the same exact thing here for XRP. Back here, well, it called the top right here in December. That hit $3 and it pulled back to 2. Then it went up to 330. And then what did you get? You got a red dot inside of the red zone right there at $3.30. What did XRP do? It faded all the way back into what? Okay, into the average. Okay, and if you guys want to turn that on the indicator, all you got to do is click this arrow down and tap that eye. Okay, if you guys do not have the indicators, which is everything that we use here on this channel to chart and do our technical analysis, you guys can get access to everything by coming over here and clicking this trading indicator tab. Click this link here. It's going to pop up. There's a video that goes over everything, but it's a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. Everything, your screen will look exactly like my screen. You're going to get all the same indicators that we're going to talk about here today, which XRP also looking very bullish, still above $2. We're just melting down right now. But one thing I want to say on XRP is the fact that this blue wave is way down here at the moment. Okay, the further this wave is down, the better. Okay, this just means the momentum is overdone. And you can see XRP is also touching that 0 on the stochastic there. That's a good thing. The last time that happened was back here in April. Okay, what happened? Okay, April was right here at around $2. It went all the way up to 260, 270. That was a 35% move to the upside. Okay, and that is a really good return on a trade. Most people are happy with 5% a year, and you made 35% in a matter of about a month. Okay, from there to there. So that's also really good for XRP. So those are just a couple things we're going to be talking about today. Again, if you guys have questions about this, drop a comment. I always read all the comments. And of course, you guys can hit me up over here inside of the Discord. If you have any trouble loading up that indicator, my email is right here, overkill@overkillinvesting.club, to shoot me an email. I literally respond to every single one. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into these names here. So these are going to be all the names we are looking for entries on here next week, looking for setups, looking for the green dots. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put all these on my blue list over here. So I'm going to switch all these up to my blue list. And if you guys don't know how I organize my playlist here, my watch lists, I have a great video you guys can go watch over here. I have a free trading course right here in the trading course tab. Okay, there's a really good video on how to set up your watch lists. just by going over here to how to set up effective trading watch lists. That course is completely free. That's right there above the trading indicator tab inside of the Discord. There's like 7 or 8 videos right here. If you guys are new, you guys can learn a little bit more about our strategy, a little more in-depth view. So with that being said, what I'm going to do on my blue list here is I'm going to scan through these names, okay? If I like it, if I like it for next week, if I like it for a buy next week, I'm going to put it in my green list, okay? And these are the names I am holding. I'll go over the names I'm holding last. I want to scan through these and give you guys my favorite setups for next week. And again, I think I have about 100 names on here that we're going to scan through here today. So I'm going to be talking about everything that we just went over. The first one's going to be ELF. So another thing that we do here is we look for these golden dots. Okay, these golden dots are very, very rare. They are a very rare occurrence. You can see this one gave us one right here back in April 10th. And all this signal is, guys, all it signals is a 1 to 6 month swing trade. Remember, we're swing traders, so we're looking for an entry, and then we're looking to hold that asset for 1 to 6 months. So if you guys would have entered on ELF here off the golden dot here on the daily, I know it's not above the EMAs, but the golden dot is just one more tool in the tool belt that you could have when you invest in these assets, because what this represents is that the asset is very oversold. And what I mean by oversold is it just fell to the freaking floor. I mean, look at this chart. We went from 200 all the way down to $48, okay? 220 to $48. That is a 77% dip, okay? That means everybody just got flushed out of it, okay? They just got everybody out of it, okay? If a good company goes down 80%, if Apple went down 80% over the next 2 years, would you guys be buying it? Yeah, you should be buying it, because again, if something's down 80%, that's like it's on an 80% it's at an 80% discount. So ELF got destroyed here, and it gave you the golden dot, and it called the exact bottom right there at $50. Okay, $50 was the bottom. This thing is now sitting up at 111 was the close today, but it got as high as 120. That's a 145% move in a month and a half. Again, that came on April 10th. And again, guys, men lie, women lie, but the charts do not lie. Okay, I'm not here blowing smoke at you guys. I'm just showing you what the chart says. And we also call these golden dots out over here inside of the Discord. Okay, the golden dots are over here inside the Discord. You can see we got one on UNH, we got one on Pepsi. There was the ELF call out right there. We also had one on Tesla not too long ago that really netted a really, really fine return there. Tesla, let's go ahead and look at that really quick. Okay, again, golden dot came where? In March. I called that out. I made a TikTok. Everyone was trolling me. Everybody was like, oh my God, right? This guy's a total moron, right? Because this was when all the tariffs were happening and Teslas were getting lit on fire and yada, 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 right? There's fear, right? There's fear in the market. Warren Buffett says it best. You want to buy when others are fearful, and you want to sell when they're greedy. So when everyone else is scared, that's when you should be buying. You shouldn't be buying things when everyone else is excited, when everyone else is talking about it, when everyone else is having a good time. Because we know, right? We know that we're up here when that's happening. I have a general rule, guys. If everyone else is already talking about it, you are too late to the party. So we were like down here on Tesla back in March, right? And if you guys would have entered off that golden dot right there on the 12th, the price of Tesla was $220. The thing went all the way up to, I mean, it's sitting at $369 today, and there's no telling when this thing's going to stop. I mean, the trend is looking very, very strong. We could do another one of these and go all the way back up to 500. But again, the golden dot is just another tool to have in your tool belt. So again, we call those out in the Discord as well. You guys can get access to those signals. We call every single one out. If it's on my watch list, it's getting called out here in the golden dots. So ELF, beautiful, beautiful move here. Okay, I really like this move up. But now what I want to do is wait for that stochastic RSI to pull back to 100. So I wouldn't be looking for an entry on ELF next week because it's too far off the averages, right? We want to buy as close to the averages as possible, as close to the mean as possible. And that's got a big gap to fill right there at 90. So what I want to see is this stochastic RSI, the light blue line, pull back to zero, pull back to get close to zero. Right now, it's sitting up here at 92. And just how like we want to look for entries when it's sitting at zero, we also want to look for exits when it's up here against the white dotted line. Okay, that's normally a good place to be taking some off. Obviously, this one did very good on earnings, and they skyrocketed today. So I would love ELF if it retraced back into like the 50 EMA. I'm going to be watching the stochastic for that one to pull back, but I don't think that's going to happen next week. So that one is not going to go on the favorites list. Again, if I like it, if it's on my favorites list, it's going to go over here on the green list, and I'm going to go ahead and share this list with you guys after the video. So let's go look at AI. AI is also breaking out here. So again, AI's been stuck at a downtrend, stuck at a downtrend, stuck at a downtrend, puking, 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 puking. Boom, big move up today. They had a big earnings beat. So this one's on the radar now, right? You got the green candle here on the monthly chart, and 9.5 times out of 10, guys, if we are above the dark blue line is the 50-day moving average. The light blue line is the 200-day moving average, and the gray line is the 100-day moving average. So when we are up above the blue line here, this dark blue line, the candle on the monthly is green, okay? It's got to be green. So I just know that in the back of my head. That's why when I'm looking at a daily chart, really the only thing I'm worried about on the daily chart is if we are up above the EMA. So you can see it broke out of its downtrend right here. It got back above it. It pulled back into it. You see the stochastic was right there at around 20. Boom. Green dot signal came right there at 22. This thing went all the way up to 30 bucks today. So we don't want to buy the daily green dots if we're in a downtrend, right? If we're below the EMAs. These ones don't matter. The ones that matter are when we are up above the EMAs. And you can see that green dot came up above the EMA right there at $22, $23. And again, that was a really nice move today. That was up 20% today off of that signal. And this one looks really good. I think this one could go on a ride here. I definitely want to keep my eye on this one next week. If I was watching it on a gap up, if it gaps up 20%, what I want to do is get into a 15-minute chart and wait for the pullback back into that 200 EMA on the 15-minute chart. So you can see how far that is off of it right now. Okay, so I wouldn't rush into it up 20%. I'd want to see a little 10, 12% retracement all the way back here, maybe to like 25 bucks and look for an entry. So that one looks very interesting, but again, we missed our opportunity to buy that one right there in May. A couple days ago at 23, that was a beautiful move up. So I'm waiting for that thing to retrace a little bit before taking an entry. ZBCN, everyone is losing. This is a prime example, guys. Prime example of what this looks like. Delusion, new paradigm. You guys open up Twitter right now, you go look at ZBCN. Every influencer, every crypto person, everybody is bullish on this name right now. Why are they bullish? Well, because they just went up. If you guys entered off this green dot back here in May, okay, that was right there at 0.016. You are now up 330%. But you could see the separation here off of the EMAs, right? That separation off the 9, the separation off the 50, the separation off the 100, the separation off the 200. I'm not sitting here hating on ZBCN. What I'm telling you is this thing's very overbought. If that goes back into its 6-month moving average, that's a 76% dip. Okay, and again, you guys are all a lot of you are very bullish on the fundamentals. They got the partnership with XRP, yada, yada, yada. It's going to $2 by the end of the year. I've heard it all lately. Okay, everybody's losing their minds about it right now. We are definitely up here in the mania phase on ZBCN. Is it bullish? Yes, but what I want to see is a pullback. Okay, I want to see a big, nasty pullback. I want to see blood in the streets. Okay, Warren Buffett says buy when there's blood in the streets. Right now, there's not blood in the streets. There is greed in the streets. Okay, people are extremely greedy right now, and that is when you want to be taking profits. Okay, I'm not saying this thing can't go to a penny, but a responsible investor here would probably set a stop loss at 0.006. Okay, when this pullback happened, I told you guys to set a stop loss at 0.035, which was right here. Guess what? It never got hit. It never got hit. It kept going. So I would move that stop loss now from 0.035 all the way up to 0.06 if I was trading this. Because again, if this thing collapses back down to 3 or 0.003, guys, you don't want to sit through that kind of a move down, right? That's a 55% move, meaning whatever you have right now, cut it in half. Okay, you now have half of what you have up here. So if it breaks 6, I would sell it and just wait for it to retrace again. Everything always comes back to earth. Okay, when we're way up off of the means, that's when we want to be taking profits. And if I turn the fib on, you can see it's way up in the red zone. Okay, it's just climbing. Okay, and one thing I don't like about this project is 63% of this total supply is held by the top 10 wallets, meaning 10 people hold 63% of the supply. Okay, that's scary. That's very scary. So I would definitely use a stop loss on this one at 6, but this is not something I would be looking to buy next week. I would watch for a pullback to 0.003. We got CELH. CELH, beautiful bounce here today off of 34. That was literally the level I was looking to buy it. I did not set my limit order there, but it bounced right on that level again. This trend is very, very strong here. Again, we got the green dot on the monthly back there in March at around 25. It went all the way up to 41. Beautiful, beautiful move here. I actually like CELH next week. That one's going to go on the favorites list. And you can see that stochastic is getting lower and lower. And all we're missing is a green dot for confirmation. But I don't see this one breaking down below $34 next week. That one is very bullish. We got, what is this? Boeing. Boeing's got a green dot here. I would enter on that here today just because the stochastic's down here on the floor. I would use a really tight stop loss at like 199. Okay, but that one looks good. Again, the day of the green dot is where we're looking for the entry. You can always get into the 15-minute and wait for a little pullback here. But as long as that one holds on to 199, okay, 199, 198, this previous low right here at 200, Boeing looks really good. That one's on the favorites list. We got NVIDIA just ripping here, okay? Green dot, beat earnings. This is a really good sign for the markets. NVIDIA's like Bitcoin in the stock market. When it goes up, stocks go up. So this is good seeing it break out here, but it's a little too high for me. I would have wanted to buy it right here in this pocket. What I want to see on NVIDIA is a pullback now into these EMAs, okay? I want to see a dramatic pullback now that the uptrend is confirmed. They beat their earnings. That's good, but just a little too high for me. This one, if I was playing it, I would use a stop loss right there at 130. But again, stochastic is up here at 70. I know we got a green dot, but the stochastic is too high. I want to see that stochastic down here closer to 0. That one I'm not looking at next week. A-firm, this one looks good. A-firm sitting right here at our averages. I really like A-firm here above $45. Up above 45, I think A-firm looks very, very good. Again, we're sitting right on the mean, sitting right on that average, okay? Right on that dotted line. Beautiful. Okay, it had this big run up. These guys got a partnership with with Amazon and Apple. They had this huge move up here. Look at this. Beautiful trades here. Okay, it pumped up. It broke out of it. It was in a downtrend, 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 downtrend. Broke out. Pulled back. Nice trade. Pulled back. Nice trade. Pulled back. Nice trade. Pulled back. Really nice trade. And then just dumped. So all the stupid money is out now because they were panic selling back here. This thing looks like it's ready to ramp back up. I really like A-firm next week. And as long as that one holds on to $45, I'm very, very bullish on A-firm. We got GLD. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and add these. These are going to go on my pink list for now. And we're just going to keep going down the list. So I'm going to eventually add all these names back into the green list. But for now, I'm just trying to stay organized. Again, if you guys go watch that free trading course and you watch that video I was talking to you about, this one over here in the trading course, how to set up effective watch lists, okay, you guys will understand why I'm doing what I'm doing here. This is a great video if you guys want to learn how to set up these watch lists and stay organized. So Guild, this one's also breaking out. I wanted to buy Guild right here when the stochastic was right here at 0. That's at 96, 97. Nice move up. Not looking for that one next week. We got TEM. TEM is into the averages here. Okay, we're down here into the averages. This one's looking good. Again, the monthly candle is green. This is an AI name. AI is getting really hot right now. Really, really hot. They had a 20% dip yesterday. I think that's an opportunity to buy it. I really like TEM as long as it can hold on to 48, but I think that's a really good AI play for next week. That one's going on the favorites list. We got MSTR dropping now back here into the 50 EMA. You can see the stochastic is back down here on the floor. That's a pretty easy trade setup here. All we need to do is hold that 358 setup. The wave is way down here. You can see the last time the wave was way down here was back here in April. Boom, that came right there. That green dot came at 260. We ripped all the way up to 430. So I'm going to put MSTR. I want to be watching that one for a green dot here next week. If it comes down to 300, I'd just load up more. That's really going to deeply depend on how crypto performs over the next week. Looks like crypto's taking a pretty hard hit here on Thursday. Again, this video is being recorded Thursday night here. I'm traveling on Friday, so I couldn't be live, guys. If you guys are watching this right now, just know that things can change tomorrow. But it is Thursday right now, 6 p.m., the time I am recording this video. So, again, I'm traveling on Friday, going to a baseball game with my dad. So, I will be traveling on Friday. That's the reason for not being live. This is pre-recorded this week. Normally, we are live here. So, CRV, again, this thing is still very strong. I would be looking for a dramatic pullback here next week. I like this one as well. RNDR, that one lost its 50 EMA. Watching for a green dot here next week. I still like that one as well. You can see we're now down below that 50 EMA, so we actually have a red candle right now. But I do think this one is going to bounce here. I think they're just trying to flush everybody out here into June, and then they're going to pump this thing right back up. What I'd be watching for on RNDR here is a green dot, just like we got right here on April 9th. That was at, what, 285. It went all the way up to 550. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing does here. You could put a stop loss on it at $4 if you want to. $4 is going to be a pretty big level for it there. But that wave is getting really, really deep. You can see it just got the weekly red dot as well. Ugly, ugly dip there. Yeah, I think they're trying to flush people out here into June. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm actually going to take that off the favorites list for now. That one looks like it's going to get crossed up here too. So I'm going to put that one back on the red list just because we lost those EMAs. We got UAL. UAL is looking good. Okay, this is United Airlines. This thing's pumping. Okay, we dipped all the way down here. Now we're just sitting right on these averages. So I think UAL, airlines look really good. It's summertime. People are traveling. And UAL's got the green dot. That came 2 days ago right there at around 76. It's at 78. I still think that one looks good. Airlines all look very good. We're getting a lot of weekly red dots here, guys. And again, we got 2 days until new monthly candles. So I don't think these are anything to worry about. Maybe in the short term, we're going to go down. But overall, I think the long-term trend, the 1 to 6 month trend is very, very strong here, guys. So don't be panicking here, okay? The plan is still the same. We have been buying for the prices in August and September toward the end of the year. Okay, don't get flushed out here at the end of the month. The end of the month is normally the most volatile time of the year, or of the month, okay? Because we get new monthly candles. New monthly candles. This is where the big money, the smart money, wants to start placing their trades. Right here. The smart money placing their trades at the end of the month. Smart money's not day trading, guys. They're looking like us. 1 to 6 months out, 12 months out, 24 months out. Okay, they're not sitting in front of their computer screen trying to trade a 5-minute chart every day. So this is net. So again, net is just too far off of the averages for us to want to look for a position next week. Okta pulled back pretty nice this week. This is a cybersecurity company that we've been tracking. But you guys could see, very easy to identify here, right? What happened? We were in a downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. We broke out. We pulled back into the average. We got the green dot, and we ripped. Okay, that was a nice move from 78 up to 101. It pulled back into the average here. Okay, went from 86 all the way up to 120. Pulled back into what? Right into the average right there at 90. Nice little trade there. Pulled back again into it, and then absolutely ripped to the upside. They actually beat on their earnings, and their stock tanked. So I'm looking to pick this one up next week at around $95, $96. I think that's going to be an excellent entry. That one's on the favorites list. Here's Uniswap. Uniswap is green here on the monthly. Again, it's up above the 200. I still really like Uniswap here above 550, but the stochastic is just too high for me to look for an entry. If that thing pulled back to like 550, I would definitely be looking for an entry on that one. But next week, I'm not going to be looking for that one. We got Ulta. Ulta's pushing up here. Another beauty and cosmetic play here. Looks like they had earnings as well. Nice play. But again, the stochastic is just too high for us here. We want to see that stochastic pull back. We want that stochastic below 30. Okay, we at least want it below 30. Okay, right here it was right there at 23. Right there, boom, 350 all the way up. So a little too high for next week. Want to see it pull back more into the EMAs. We got silver. Silver's just chopping around. I'm just not too much of a silver guy, to be honest with you. AVGO, also big move up here. Just want to see the retracement. Too high for next week. Not looking for an entry on that one. We want to see a big dramatic pullback like this, right? Big dramatic pullback, big dramatic pullback, dramatic pullback, Ripsky. Okay, I want to see that one at like $200. And they got earnings coming up, looks like next week as well, on Thursday. Here's SolX. This one looks good for next week. This is the chip maker stock, or the chip maker ETF. Okay, this one looks good here above $15. As long as we hold that low, this one looks very, very bullish. So this is a semiconductor ETF. It is a leveraged ETF, so it is risky, but this is pretty much saying that chip makers like NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Taiwan Semi, even Broadcom are going to go up. So this looks very bullish over 15. I really like that one for next week. We got EOS back down here into the 200. Beautiful pullback. I would honestly buy this one today into the 200. You can wait for the green dot if you want the confirmation, but you could see Super strong trend here, pulling back into the EMAs. Okay, this one looks very bullish above 65 there. XYO, I don't know too much about this project, to be honest with you. I don't even know why it's on my watch list. So I'm actually going to take that one off just because I don't know what it is. I have some of these names you guys request and I put in here, and then I'm like, why is this in my watch list? I don't know anything about it. But MPC here, this one broke out. Okay, this is a oil and gas company. I like this one as long as it can hold on to 45. You can see that stochastic's getting lower there. We'll go ahead and throw that one in the favorites for next week. Visa, again, great example. Okay, green dot came right here up above the EMA. That went from 300 all the way up to 365. What did it do? It pulled back, gave you a green dot. Nice little trade here. And then pulled back right here. This was a beautiful time to buy. This was when the panic tariffs were happening right there at 310. Donald Trump said it's a good time to buy, and everybody believed him, apparently. But now it's just too high. You can see if I turn on the fib, we're up in the red zone. We never want to buy in the red zone on our Fibonacci indicator. It's really easy to tell when we're in the red zone. I mean, I don't even need to use it now. All I could do is just look at the EMAs, and I could say if we're sitting more than 30%, or Visa's kind of a larger cap stock, but if we're extended off the EMAs, we're sitting at a premium. And Visa doesn't move very big. A lot of you guys are trading like altcoins right now, and I think that's why you guys are getting freaked out, because altcoins are very volatile. Okay, something like Visa, if Visa pulled all the way back here to its 200 moving average, you guys could see that's only a 10% drop. Okay, you're probably seeing some cryptos down 5-6% right now, and probably why your guys are panicking, because altcoins are very volatile. Okay, the higher the market cap, the less volatile they are. So, with that being said, right, if you guys can't take the big moves in crypto right now, you're probably not an experienced trader. You probably haven't been in the markets too long. But I would recommend starting with names like Visa, with names like Apple, with names like Tesla, and using these strategies to get the sense of it. And then you can go over to altcoins, and you guys can obviously understand the structure and how markets move. Okay, but the majority of retail was panic selling Visa right here at 310, right? And then what did it do? It ripped all the way up to 370 for a 20% move. That was a beautiful time to buy right there, back in the tariff land, okay, when everyone was freaking out. Again, Warren Buffett says, buy when there's blood in the streets, guys. We know it's a good opportunity when we're right into the 200. If we're below the EMAs, we never want to look for an entry. But Visa is a very strong looking chart. Okay, and I'd be buying any big dramatic pullback like this on it. The stochastic is on the floor. We are getting a green dot. If you wanted to play that, I would just make sure to use a stop loss right there at 350 on it. But I'm personally not interested in that stock next week. CCL. CCL, on the other hand, looks good, right? We had this big run up, and then we went into a downtrend. How do we know we're in a downtrend? That's right. We're getting rejected by the EMAs, getting rejected. Finally breaking out here, okay? And we're getting that golden cross. Carnival Cruise Lines looks fantastic above $20. This looks really good, okay? Really, really good. I like that one for next week. Again, stop loss on that trade is $20. $20 is below the EMAs. If we break down below the EMAs, like we did here, okay, we're in a downtrend. But as long as we're up above them, we're in a very strong trend to the upside. And I think you could see one of these. Again, it's summertime. People are traveling again. People are flying again. These travel stocks, including the airlines, look very good. Here's American Express. I like this one better than Visa. I definitely like this one better than Visa. I'm going to go ahead and add that one to the favorites list next week. I like that one as long as it can hold on to 280. If you get a dip back down to like 285 or something, like on the 15-minute, oh, look at the 15-minute crossing up as well. This one looks really good. Okay, I like this one above 280. American Express looks really good. Again, it's not a name that's going to 100x, but it's a name that'll give you a nice 5-10% move back to the upside. Okay, look at the red zone here. We're off. We're not in the red zone, right? Back to the red zone's all the way up there at 325. That's a 10% move, okay? Again, most people are happy with 5% a year, okay? If you can make 10% here in a couple of weeks, you're doing better than everybody else. Here's 3M. 3M's too high, okay? Not interested. MU, this was another one that gave us a golden dot back there in April. You guys could see that was called out literally right there at the bottom at 65. Boom. That thing ripped all the way up to about 100. For around a 52% move, okay? 50% off the golden dot. Beautiful move here. I would like to see this one hold on to 84. Stochastic is still a little too high for me here. A little too high for me. Swift is finally pulling back. If Swift pulls back to 0.012, I think that'd be a good spot to buy. You see it pulled back there, and then it really dipped there in April, and then it ripped back up, and now we've just been going sideways. So this is like an altcoin. I like how deep the blue wave is down here. Okay, normally when we're in that territory, when the wave is that deep, okay, that's a good sign, especially if we're up above the EMAs. Okay, I really like this name above 0.011. That'll be on the favorites list next week. We got ABT. This is Abbott Labs. That's sitting right on the 50 right now, but the stochastic sitting at 44. Again, I like that stochastic RSI to be at least below 30. I actually have alerts set up here in the Discord for you guys to tell you when the stochastic RSI is below 30. You can see AMD stochastic RSI is now below 30 on the daily chart. Time to look for an entry. So AMD, okay, this one we've been watching for a while. Okay, you can see the stochastic RSI is now below 30. So this is where we want to look for entrance. And I think AMD looks fantastic here as long as we can hold on to $100. It did get a red dot today, so if you check the 15-minute, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, this one's setting up very nicely. Okay, I would use a stop loss at this low right here, probably at 107. If you really want to snipe that stop loss, 107 on the stop loss. I mean, that would put us back into the 50 though. So honestly, using the daily, I would use a stop loss at about $100. But that one's going on the favorites list next week because I really want to watch for a green dot, or I want to watch for that stochastic to get even lower. You can see the last time the stochastic hit 0 was back here in April. Boom. Rip. Okay, but now we're up above, right? We broke out of the long downtrend here. Downtrend, 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 downtrend. Breakout, pullback. You guys know what comes next. The Ripski. Okay, and this monthly chart is looking fantastic too. Look at that. Look at that monthly. Okay, look at the wave on the monthly. Last time the wave on the monthly was down here was all the way back in 2023. That was at $72. It went all the way up to $220. Okay, if you guys want to do some quick math, okay, that's about a 291% move if you guys held from here up to here. Okay, beautiful. And it's setting up to do the same exact thing here. So I'm very bullish on AMD. That's one of my favorite stocks right now, guys. One of my favorite stocks. This is Berkshire Hathaway. I don't like this one. It's got a red dot there on the monthly. It is still bullish. I'd want to buy it down here at like 480. See how it bounced right there on the 200? It bounced right there on the 200. If it hits 480, I'll buy it, but I don't want to buy this thing bouncing right here on the 100. If I were to buy it here, I would definitely be using a stop loss at $500. 500 is a good square number there. Okay, let's go ahead and just add that one. Just watch for a dip next week. Datadog, also breaking out of its downtrend. Again, puking, 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 puking. We're breaking out. You got a green dot actually here today. So this one looks really good as long as we can hold on to 110. I like that one for next week too. We got AMAT. AMAT's giving green dots here. This one's good above that previous support right there at 200. Monthly does have a green dot here. It's pretty choppy stock here. It's a RET, so I think they pay a dividend. Honestly, I'm not too interested in this stock, but above 200, that one looks decent. I'm gonna put that one on the pink list though. We got BCH. BCH is coming back down into its EMAs. This is another one that has a monthly green dot. Okay, monthly green dot right there on BCH, and I think a lot of these cryptos are gonna have a green dot here come June. So guys, don't get shaken out right now. Okay. This is nothing to panic about. The macro timeframes are the ones to pay attention to. You can see every time BCH has printed a green dot in the past, it resulted in a very large move. Right back here was 275. It went all the way up to 1,600. Okay, that's a massive move. Okay, that's a 600% move. Again, most people are happy with 5%. If you entered on this green dot back here in October and held to the top, that was a 670% move. Okay, so you're getting another signal right here with the stochastic on the floor. BCH looks really good for next week. I really like it. I would buy any and every green dot I get on the daily chart from here on out. I think if that thing comes back into 380, you buy the crap out of it. You buy the crap out of it if it comes back into 380. Bitcoin Cash is on the favorites list next week. We got STZ. This one is just not looking too hot. I'm putting that one on the red list. Buffett bought more of it last, but I think he might be losing his mojo. He's 97 years old or something right now. Stochastic too high here on Shopify, so that one's not going on the favorites. We got Matic now breaking down below the 50. We didn't want to see that, but we'll probably find some buyers down here at 20. I watch for a green dot on this one next week. That one's not going to be on the favorites because, again, we have now broken back down below that 50 EMA. Doesn't mean we can't find some buyers. I think there's going to be some buyers stepping in here in the next couple of days. I don't think we're going to get any real volume until the June candles hit. Okay, until we get those new monthly June candles. Okay, I don't think we're going to see very much volume in the next couple of days. Maybe tomorrow, but over the weekend, I think you'll see it come in, and I think next Monday is going to be really big. BlackRock, this one's breaking out over the EMA. So I like BlackRock. It just broke out of its downtrend here. Okay, and now it's back up above the EMAs. BlackRock owns everything. I think BlackRock looks good right here at 975. Taiwan Semi looks good. Stochastic's a little too high for me, so I'm going to put that one on the pink list there. CVX, this is another cryptocurrency with a monthly dot here, looking really good here on the monthly. And again, we're up above the EMAs. We had the golden cross happen right there. We broke out of this long downtrend, broke out. Okay, looking for every single green dot that you get here on the daily now. For entries, this last one came right here at around 320. It's sitting at 310. You know, people are probably hating on me for being down 2%, but again, 1 to 6 months is our time frame. So if you entered on this green dot here, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Okay, hasn't even been 3/4 of a month or a quarter of a month. Okay, so above 280, CVX is looking good. I like that one. That one's on the favorites list. We got Coca-Cola. This one's very choppy. I want to buy a dramatic pullback in here to the 200, like at 68. Stochastic's too high for me. Again, looking for that pullback. Amazon's breaking out here. I actually like Amazon next week. Nice breakout over the EMA. Where did we retest? We retested right into that 200 EMA. Beautiful, man. Beautiful retest right there. And this one's solid. This one's solid above 190. I think Amazon's a buy here. KTA, if we get a big correction, this is one name I'm looking at, guys. KTA, this is a newer coin. Apparently they have very, very fast speeds, but this is a very new token. So if we get a dramatic pullback over the weekend or whatever, just have a list of names that you're going to be looking to buy. KTA is one of those. It's just a newer coin, not that big of a project just yet. And you can see there's no data on my indicator. So if you guys don't see data on the daily or the weekly or the monthly, that just means it hasn't been out long enough. This thing's only been out for a month. So you'd have to zoom all the way into the 4 hour here, and same story. Okay, looking for the green dots for the entry signals. Boom. That went from 60 all the way up there to around 90. That was a nice trade. KTA, though, that's more of a speculative play. So that's not going to be on the favorites list next week. TXN got the daily dot here today. I like Texas Instruments. This is another chip maker. Again, I think chip makers are going to perform very well here into summer. That one's on the favorites list. Disney, I want to see that thing pull back to like 104. You see the stochastics coming back down. It's putting in a bull flag here, but I want to see a dramatic pullback here. We had this big run up after earnings. I want to see a pullback. Okay, that one's not on the favorites list next week. Tesla, I would love to see back down here at $300. If Tesla hit 300, get the truck, folks. That put us right into the EMAs. Stochastic's just too high for me to want to buy here. Again, our buying opportunity, if you guys entered on the golden dot, was right there at 220. Okay, we also had a little pocket to buy right there off of that green dot. That green dot came up above the EMA at 280. Beautiful trade there. But right now, just too extended. Just too extended right now. I want to see a pullback on Tesla. Jasmine. Jasmine's also breaking down below the EMAs. But you guys can see how deep this wave is getting right now. Okay, we just need that green dot confirmation. Need that green dot confirmation. Hopefully this thing can hold on to that level right there at 0.014. 0.014 is the level we want Jasmine to hold on to. Okay, I believe that one is now red on the monthly as well. But again, that stochastic is getting really close to the floor. Again, guys, altcoins I believe are going to top when Ethereum stochastic RSI on the monthly, that light blue line here on the monthly, hits the white dotted line. That is when altcoins are going to top. So I am literally holding all of my altcoin bags until I see this stochastic RSI back up here on Ethereum at the white dotted line. You can see it called the top of altcoin season right there, March of 2024. Okay, that was 4,200 for Ethereum. Back here in 2021, this was the real bull market. Okay, back in 2021, it called the top right there at 4,400. Hit the white dotted line, 4,400. Ended up going to 4,800. But again, our goal is not to get out at the exact top, it's to get close. And again, altcoin season is nowhere near over until we come up there and touch that white dotted line on Ethereum. And Ethereum is literally sitting at 10 right now on the monthly. So the white dotted line represents 100. Okay. When it hits 100, that's when we top. Okay. Right now, it's literally sitting at 10. So we're 10% of the way to the top right now. And this is going to move here in June because when we get new candles, we get new data from the indicator. And I do think Ethereum is going to have a green dot here on its chart come June. I think you're going to see that. The last one that came on Ethereum was right here at 1800. Had a really nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So again, the green dot's just an indication, guys, of a potential bullish reversal. And it is the most accurate on the larger time frames. Okay, it is the most accurate on the larger time frames like the monthly chart. Okay, if you come in here to a 5-minute chart, look how many dots you're getting. Okay, this is just today. This is just today alone. Okay, if you come to the monthly, they rarely happen. They happen every 6, 7 months. Okay, they are very rare. So when you get one, it's a very good opportunity to go long. Go 1 to 6 months. Everything we talk about here, every strategy is a 1 to 6 month investment. Okay, this green dot means you buy and you hold for 1 to 6 months. Got the green dot there. It went up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. 5 months of up. So you could assume that when you get this green dot, we're going up for 1 to 6 months. Okay, and again, I don't think altcoins are anywhere near the top because Ethereum is literally telling you we haven't even, we started, but we're not even anywhere close to the top yet. So hold the line, guys. Do not get shaken out. Okay, do not get shaken out here. I think Jasmine will perform very well this summer. If you want to set a stop loss, I'd put it right there at 0.014. Okay, I'd watch for a green dot next week on that one, though. I'm going to put that one in the favorites list because I don't think that trade is off, and I really want to watch for that green dot there on the monthly. Super's right into the EMA as well. Again, looking for that green dot. I like this one. Alibaba. Stochastics on the floor here. So this is Chinese stock. If you want to invest in Chinese stocks, I think it's kind of risky with Trump being president, but the chart is looking good. All that aside, the chart is looking really good here. Stochastics on the floor. All we're missing is a green dot. It had a nice candle here today. You could even take that entry today and just use a stop loss right there at 115. If you want confirmation, they'll wait for the green dot, but BABA will be on the favorites list for next week. Here's Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin I really like. I talked about this at the beginning of the video. I really like the fact that we're sitting right here at 0 on the stochastic. The last time we were that low was all the way back here in February. That came right around here. Had a nice move, and then we dumped, and then we got right here to like 11, and then we pumped. But guys, we're still up above these EMAs. So up above these EMAs, we are still very strong, okay? Bitcoin can come all the way back to 88K, and we could still be bullish. I do not think that is going to happen. Worst case scenario here, I think we maybe come back down to 100K. But again, I'm thinking 1 to 6 months out here, and we still have that green dot on the monthly chart of Bitcoin, which tells me that we are going up for the next 1 to 6 months. So I don't think there's anything to worry about here yet until we start breaking down below the EMAs. So if you want to set a stop loss on Bitcoin, you can put a tight one right there at 103. If we break 103, we're most likely going to come here and bounce off of 100K. The green dot here on the daily, okay, will be the signal of the bottom. So watch for that green dot here on the daily, and that will be called out inside the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and put that one on the favorites list for next week because we want to look for that daily green dot. Here's Zoom Communications against Stochastic on the floor here. This one looks really good, bouncing right here off the 50 EMA. Beautiful setup right there above 98. You can see green candle and a green dot here on the monthly chart. Zoom Communications looks really, really good here. I like that one above 78. This is HNT. I'm so glad we have the Discord because someone literally told me that one of their coins was getting delisted from Coinbase, and I figured that would affect their project, their price, and it very much well did. I literally sold this thing at 413 off the news. Again, if you're not in the Discord, you guys miss out on news like that. And if you miss the news, you're obviously paying for it here. Okay, that thing's down big. I was holding on to this one. I bought this one at like 360. I ended up making around 20% off of that. And now it's just falling down to earth. So I'm putting that one back on the red list because I think we crossed up here. Yeah, does not look good here. You can watch for a green dot. But again, when their coins are getting delisted from Coinbase, that's not a good look. Here's Litecoin breaking down here. Looking for a green dot on that one as well next week. I don't think this trade is off either. Got a nice green candle still on the monthly. We're sitting right below the EMA. Friday's tomorrow. I'm mad I can't be live with you guys on Friday tomorrow. This is pre-recorded. Again, today is Thursday, the day I'm recording this. Normally we're live every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, but again, I was traveling, so I had to go ahead and make this video a day early. But I still like Litecoin above 88. Again, that green dot will be the signal. I'm going to put that one on my favorites just because I want to watch for that signal next week. MA, this one's getting a nice bounce here. You got a green dot. You want to make sure that one holds on to 560 here, but not interested in that one. Too far off the EMA. I want to buy a big pullback here on MasterCard. But your opportunity to enter was yesterday. Microsoft, I still want to see that one come back down to into the EMAs here. I like the breakout, but I want to see it pull back now. So watching for a pullback on that one. I don't think we're going to get it next week. It might start next week, but I don't think the opportunity to buy it's going to be next week. Here's Cardano. Man, the time of recording this, getting some pretty nasty moves here. Cardano, that one needs to hold on to 64. Okay, if we lose this previous low, we're going to be in trouble. But I'm going to put that one on the favorites list next week because I don't think that trades off. I think this is pure manipulation here, and we're looking for a green dot here on the monthly. Again, the candle is still green here on the monthly, which indicates we're still bullish on the month. We're still up on the month. And as long as that one can hold on to 64, I still really, really like Cardano here. I would be looking to load up on that next daily dot. These next round of daily dots for crypto, guys, are going to be a great opportunity to add here going into summer. So we're literally days away from getting them. Okay, and again, all these dots are going to be called out over here in the daily alerts. Okay, just like Boeing was called out here today, just like AMT was called out. We had a bunch of red dots called out as well. And of course, if you guys do not have the indicator, you guys can download all the indicators we use here on this channel by clicking on the trading indicator tab. Click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. You're going to get all the indicators, the EMAs. You'll get access to the auto fib as well, the volume, red and green dots, everything that we're talking about here today. You guys can go get that right here by clicking on that link in the trading indicator tab. If you guys have questions or need support with that, Overkill at overkillinvesting.club. WM, this is also a very interesting one to trade. It pulls back, it pumps, it pulls back, it pumps, it pulls back, it pumps. Okay, garbage company there. Not literally garbage, but they literally pick up people's trash. Waste management. Okay, people always need their trash picked up. So that company's not going anywhere, but that stochastic is way too high for us next week. Let's look here at Meta. This is Facebook. Facebook got a green dot here today. So if you're going to play that green dot here today, you want to use a stop loss at the previous low. It has a gap to fill all the way right there, it looks like, at 610. So if that thing pulls back next week, I would like the entry, but 622 would be my stop loss right now if I were playing that green dot. If that's playing a move higher here, again, NVIDIA broke out, so that's normally good for stocks. But if Meta gets a big pullback next week into like 580 or 600, I think that's going to be a great opportunity. I'll put that one on the favorites for next week. We got ON. This is another semiconductor, and that one looks good above 39. I think you're going to see a green dot show up on that one sometime next week. What's Solana doing here? Solana's literally sitting right on its moving average here right now. That wave is now back below the zero line. I think Solana looks excellent. Solana looks really good here, folks. Okay, monthly chart pointing up. As long as that thing holds down here at 140, that's the previous low back here. It looks good. I think we're going to get a bounce here tomorrow at 160. Again, I could be completely wrong. You guys are going to know when you're watching this video if I was wrong or not with this analysis. But again, I want to buy into these averages. Again, if you look at our cheat sheet, okay, this is a great strategy. We break up above the mean. We break up above the mean. Again, we don't want to buy below the mean because we're in a downtrend. We want to buy stuff that's going up and to the right, not down and to the right. So we broke out right here. Boom. We called this entry, and we called this entry right here at 140. Okay, so if you guys were entering with us, you guys were buying this thing at 140. So you're still up like around I don't know, 20% right now. Like I said, if it breaks 140, we're going to see some blood, but we're literally sitting right on the average at the time of recording this video. I'm recording this video right now at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday. You guys are probably watching this on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. So obviously you guys are going to be able to do your own analysis off of this. Again, I'm going to share this list with you guys, this watch list with you guys this week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, we got GE, again, way too high. Let's turn on our auto fib. We're in the red zone. We don't want to buy stuff as swing traders way up here. We want to buy these dramatic pullbacks into the EMAs, and that's where we take our swing. Right now, this thing is way too high. Okay, not interested in that one. We got Pepe. Pepe, I think, could pull back all the way here to 0.001. Stochastic's now on the floor. This one is honestly bullish above that 0.000099 level. Okay, still bullish above the EMAs. We're up above. We're green on the monthly. Look at the monthly chart. Okay, monthly chart is looking very bullish. Look where the stochastic is. Down there at 12. We have a long way to go, folks. A long way to go on Pepe. Pepe is very bullish. Any dip on Pepe is a buy. Okay, I really like Pepe here. Here's Roblox. Roblox too high. Okay, too much separation here. Again, when we're that far off of the mean, we're not in entry territory. There's not blood in the streets. There's blood in the streets right here. There's blood in the streets right here. Okay, that light blue line is the 200-day moving average. That is a very popular place to buy stocks and crypto when we pull back into that average. Just like Roblox did there, and just like it did right there. Two great entries. And, I mean, if you entered there off that green dot into the 200, you're entering at 53. Okay, you're up 63% in a month. Okay, that came back there in April. So that one's too high. Again, too far off the averages. We're not looking for that one. MKR's on the favorites list. Okay, it's got a red dot today, but doesn't matter. Okay, as long as this thing holds on to 1,400, okay, we're solid. Okay, and this is another one that has a green monthly dot. Look at every time it gets the monthly green dot, MKR, boom, back here in June, 460 all the way up to 6,400. That is a 2,000% move right there, meaning you made 200x. I'm sorry, 20x on that investment. Same thing right here, back in 2023, boom, 400, 500 bucks, all the way to 4,000. 900% move. What are we getting right now? Again, guys, women lie, men lie. I could lie. I don't lie. I love Jesus. I try not to lie to people. I always tell the truth. I'm just here to tell you guys what the chart says. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, my analysis could be wrong. But if I look at the history of this all the way back here since 2020, 5 years ago on MKR, it's been a good buying opportunity when you see this signal. Been a great buying opportunity, and you're getting it right here in May. And again, these stochastic RSIs on the altcoins, anyone saying altcoin season is not happening is a moron. Okay, they are a moron. I'm sorry, but moron. It's coming, guys. This is when altcoin season is, when the stochastic on the monthly. The only thing you need to pay attention to if you're investing in altcoins right now is this stochastic RSI on the monthly. Okay, when that touches the white dotted line on whatever asset you are holding right now, HBAR, Ethereum, AVAX, DOT, XRP, whatever it is, XLM, Chainlink, if it's down here, guys, okay, we're not even close to the top. Okay, imagine selling MKR back here when there was a monthly green dot. Imagine selling right here at 610 or 600 bucks. Okay, just imagine selling right here. What would you have done if it went all the way up to 4,000 and you missed out on 700%? So if you invested 10,000 here, you made $70,000 if you held from here to here. Okay? Imagine selling right now, saying altcoin season isn't happening. And I'm telling you right now, guys, June 1st is when we get the new monthly candles, right? June 1st is when we get the new formation of the monthly candle, which means we're going to get a new candle forming, and that means this dot is going to be confirmed, and the stochastic's going to shift over, and this is going to shift over, right? We're going to get new data on our monthly charts, okay? That's why the first of the month is always the most exciting time, because we get new monthly candles, okay? So imagine saying that altcoin season is going to happen right now. If you're listening to those guys, I see them even at the Bitcoin conference saying it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Okay, it's embarrassing. Okay, and remember who's saying this, guys. You guys got to hold people accountable. Okay, and again, you guys can listen to whoever you want. You don't have to listen to me. Okay, I've been wrong many times. I know when I'm wrong, though. I know when I'm wrong. Okay, and I'll admit when I am wrong. Okay, this DJT, this move this week, I was wrong. Okay, we got the green dot right here on Friday. This was a beautiful setup. Okay, beautiful setup. I mean, that was like textbook. I would take this setup every single time. Every single time I would take this setup. Okay, green dot bouncing right on the EMA. And what happens? Donald Trump has an offering. He gives an offering. Okay, and what happens? We go down 20%. Okay, does it suck in the short term? Yes. But with my strategy, guys, I would take this trade 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. And again, no strategy is 100%. So if you got someone online or you're following someone that's like, oh, this is 100% strategy, and unfollow them, unsubscribe to them right now, okay? Because nothing is 100%. Anything could happen, okay? Am I in control of Donald Trump announcing an offering right after the green dot comes on the daily chart? I mean, it's just a little fishy, you know, and everyone's looking at the same charts, guys. Okay, but that was a beautiful buy signal. And again, wrong. But wrong when? Wrong in the last 3 days. If this finishes the year up at 40 or 50 bucks, this signal was right. Okay? For the last 3 days, has it been wrong? Yes. But if this thing turns the corner on Monday, gives us a green dot and rips up to 35, 40 bucks, okay, I was wrong for 3 days. Okay? Again, time frame. What is your time frame? 1 to 6 months. So I will know if this Trump DJT green dot was wrong in November or December. If we're not trading at 40 to 50 bucks by December, I was wrong on the trade. Straight up. Okay, the short-term price action doesn't bother me anymore, guys. I mean, do you guys know what an offering is? An offering is where the insiders of a company, so Donald Trump, the person who owns all the shares, is offering stock at a discount to raise money. So he sold, let's see how many shares they sold in the last 3 days. 50 million, 19 million, and 11 million. So about 80 million shares were sold. Okay, that is not normal. Look at the volume. Okay, not normal transactions happening here. But this is good. This is volatility coming in. So he and his people that run his company sold, what did I say, 80 million shares in 3 days to raise $2.5 billion to buy crypto and stocks. Okay, so if crypto and altcoins pop off here, what do you think that's going to do to his stock? It's going to go up. It's going to fly. So again, guys, I'm just here to share information with you. I am not a financial advisor. I do not have a license or whatever you want to call it. I'm just a guy on YouTube, okay? And I'm here to share information with you guys, just like how you guys share information with me. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us as a community. And again, I have a disclaimer right here that I am not a financial... You have to make your own decisions. I am not hitting the buy button for you. I am not hitting the sell button for you. I can tell you what I think by looking at the chart, but ultimately, you have to make the decision in the end. I hope you guys understand that. We are all adults here, okay? We are all adults. And charting is just a good way to get good entries, right? It's just a way to enter, okay? We don't want to buy Bitcoin, right, back here in 2021 at 64,000 or right here at 67. Okay, we got a red dot. That was our signal to sell, and we fell to the floor. Okay, all the way down to 16. We don't want to buy it. Anyone who says TA doesn't work, imagine buying Bitcoin back here at 20,000 in 2017 and having to wait till 2021 to make profits. You had to wait from 2017 all the way to 2021. Okay, that's a 5-year waiting period to make money. I don't want to do that. And honestly, is Bitcoin that great here for a long-term investment? Absolutely not. But do I think the next 1 to 6 months are going to be epic? Yes, I do. I think it's going to be the last move up, and then we are going to see a big bear market hit. It needs to happen. There is way too much toxic shit going on in the market. I hate it, honestly, right now. It's like greed is just taking over right now. You know what I'm saying? People are just nasty right now, man. And when this happens, when we do get the bear market, the real bear market, right? This wasn't the bear market 2 months ago and down. That wasn't the bear market. This is a bear market when we go down for like a year and a half to 2 years. Okay? That will get all the degenerates out. And then eventually we'll get our bottoming signal here again and we'll be able to ride it all the way back up. But we're nowhere near that, right? Like I'm saying, I think these next 1 to 6 months, we're going to get a very good opportunity to sell our assets. And then after that, guys, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows anymore. It's going to be nasty. Okay, it's going to be a day trader's market. So let's finish the watch list here. WIF is looking good here. Nice breakout. I still really like WIF above 80 cents. I'd be looking to buy every single green dot here as long as we can hold on to these EMAs. That one looks good. Ethereum, still very bullish on Ethereum here. It's got a red dot here today, but like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, this move, this altcoin season is still in full-fledged. Even with this little quote-unquote dip on Ethereum today and yesterday, we're still up 45% in May. 45% up in May. Okay? And look where the stochastic is. The stochastic sitting down here at 12. Okay? 12. We're not selling our altcoins until the stochastic on Ethereum, the king of the alts, okay, that is what Ethereum is, until that gets back up here to the white dotted line. Okay, and we're only 10, 12% of the way there right now. So you're going to have to hold for a few more months, but I promise you it should be worth it. I'm not going to make any promises, but it should be worth it. It should be worth the wait here. Okay, and again, as long as Ethereum can hold on to those EMAs in 2200, we're very, very bullish on this asset. Look at the red dot. Oh my God, we're down 2%. Oh my God, sell everything. No, we're still very bullish. Still very bullish on SUI as well. I want to buy every single green dot on SUI here. I've been saying I'll buy this one if it hits 3. If it comes down to 3, I want to buy it. Definitely watching for that one to hit $3. I would load up on some SUI if I could bag it at $3. I really like the project. I was literally buying this thing. Oh, man, I bought this thing at like 50 cents back in, where was that? On the monthly dot, I believe it was. Was it the monthly? SUI USDT. Maybe it was on, maybe it wasn't. I don't remember where I bought this thing. I think it was like right here at 50 cents or 70 cents or something like that. There was a golden dot right there at 68. It went all the way up to 6. But it's still very strong. Again, guys, as long as we're above the EMAs, we're in an uptrend. As long as we're down below them, okay, we're in a bear trend. So we should be looking to buy every single green dot that we get above the EMAs. If it comes back down to that 200 tomorrow or over the weekend at $3, I would load up on SUI. That one is on the favorites list for next week. And again, guys, I'm going to share this watch list with you guys like I do every single week right over here inside of the Discord. That will be over here underneath the members area. So you guys do have to be a member to access it. But you can see we dropped last week's right here. Okay, May 23rd. That was last week. Last Friday, we drop our watch list every Friday. And you can see, you can pull up all of the names here that we're looking at. So that right there is where the watch list will be dropped here after this video. I just want to make sure we get through all these names first. H-bar, looking for the green dot. That thing broke back down below. Not looking good. Want to see a green dot on that one next week. Okay. Oh, man, that sucks. Ugly candle right there, man. Fuck. I don't like that. Okay, I want that one to hold on to 16 cents. Just ugly, man. This is another one that gave a golden dot back here in November, though. Boom. Golden dot. November, 4 cents all the way to 40 cents. Those golden dots are a great 1 to 6 month swing. Okay, so hopefully we get some buyers stepping in, and hopefully we see a green dot. I'm not giving up on H-bar yet. I'm not giving up. I'm not leaving. Okay, I'm not leaving. Watching for the daily next week. XTZ. This one's pretty choppy, but it's sitting right on its average. I honestly like this one. I like it above 55 cents. Doge, right back down into the average. I still like Doge here above 18 cents. That one's on the favorites list. AVAX is breaking down below the 50. Still holding green on the monthly. Okay, we're probably gonna get buyers stepping in tomorrow on Friday. But again, it's hard because you guys are watching this video after I recorded it. So this range right here is where we've been getting buyers stepping in. This thing's still good above 19. Okay, and that, again, the deeper the wave, the better here. We just need that green dot for next week. I'm not giving up on AVAX next week as well. I'm looking for a green dot on that one. Ondo's selling off here. I've been saying this one's bullish over 80. Okay, up above 80 cents. This thing looks fine. That monthly candle close is not as pretty as I thought it was going to be here in May. Again, we have another 2 days. So we have 2 days here on the crypto. This kind of happened yesterday. We had some green to start out the candles on yesterday's live, and then we just shoved down, or they shoved it down. So maybe this will be the opposite. Maybe they're shoving it down to pump it up. So I'm really hoping Ondo can hold on to 80. I'm going to stay in Ondo as long as that thing holds on to 80 cents. That green dot, again, this thing is very oversold right now. The last time the wave was all the way down here was back here in April, and we had a really nice move up. So that one still looks good. TAO still looks really good here. I'm going to keep that one on the watch list. That one's still good above 320. Okay, that thing could come down to 360. I think that'd be a great target to buy it right there at 360. But again, still a very strong trend here. That green candle looks phenomenal. And the 4 hours even right there into the 200. So TAO still looks good as well. Trump coin, apparently the dinner wasn't very good because this thing did not pump at all. But as long as it can hold on to 10, I guess it's okay. Watch for a green dot here next week. Sorry, Trump. Sorry, Trump. Not going to do it. You're not going on the favorites, man. You pissed me off this week, dude. You pissed me off. That DJT, I just can't believe that happened. It's like he's watching my podcast, you know? It's like he's watching me. He's tuning in. Trump, if you're here, man, say something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. What should I buy? Okay, what are you going to tweet about next? What's the move? Let me know. Okay? Because, guys, like I said, I would take this trade 10 out of 10 times. I would take it 10 out of 10 times. And he just had to do the offering the next day. Insane. Insane. I mean, we were up 15% in the pre-market and then just totally dumped it. Sold $2.5 billion worth of shares. He couldn't wait for it to go up a little bit. He had to sell $2.5 billion worth of shares the day after we got the green dot. Tell me that's a coincidence, guys. I just don't believe it. I've seen this happen so many times that I just can't, I can't not believe it anymore. He's watching. I'm kidding, he's not. But people do have indicators that give signals like this, that obviously theirs isn't exactly like ours, but, you know, it could be like the MACD or something like that. But I'm pissed at Trump, man. And believe me, I voted for Trump. Okay, I'm not a I don't like to get political on this channel. I hate politics. But I did vote for Donald Trump, and I just haven't been happy with, obviously, the way that the stocks and crypto has performed. I mean, he came in, he was talking about a strategic reserve. He was talking about this and that, and no capital gains on crypto. And I'm just, you know, I'm giving him time. It's probably going to play out. But all that we've gotten from Trump so far in crypto is a goddamn rug pull. Okay? He launched his coin in January, right before he got elected. I mean, literally, he got inaugurated on the 20th of January. It went $80 all the way down to $6. That's all Trump has done for the crypto markets right now. That's all. That's it. And it's been January, February, March, April, May. Almost 6 months now. And that's all we've gotten, man. And there were all those bold promises, all those talks. Can we set the tariffs aside a little bit and maybe do something? You know, can we follow through with what we were going to do? I know you got 4 years, but come on, man. Come on. You did a lot of people dirty on that meme coin rug pull. And on this freaking DJT pool. She did me wrong, and probably some of you if you guys were following along with the trades. But I'm still long DJT. I still think that company is going to do well over 1 to 6 months, right? The last 3 days have sucked. But again, when I bought that, I wasn't buying for the price in 3 days. I was buying for the price in 1 to 6 months. So staying long, I still think they're going to grow, especially if altcoins are going to go. And they're using that money that they bought, right? Because they used all this money he raised, all this money the company raised, right? They sold $70 billion worth of stock. Or I'm sorry, $2.5 billion worth of stock. 80 billion shares were transacted in the last 70 days. That is not normal. Okay, you can see normally there's about 3 million shares traded. You see that little number over here where the volume is? 3 million shares traded, 2 million shares traded, 4 million. 50 million shares traded on Tuesday after his announcement. 19 million shares traded the next day, and today there was 11 million traded. So that's a lot of stock that was sold in the last 3 days. It is now concluded, so their company is no longer selling shares. So that means the selling pressure is going to stop, okay? It means it's going to stop, which is good, right? Which, when we get this next green dot, I think we're going to fly. I think we're going to go to the freaking moon. But again, my rant's over. I've been kind of disappointed in the way that Trump has handled these markets, especially the crypto stuff. That the meme coin thing, man, that is just one thing that I didn't get rugged. I think I bought in at like $20. I think I sold for like break even at some point, but to rug people from 80 down to $6 is insane. That's insane to me. And you can't tell me that the position of power didn't have any influence. Again, I voted for Trump. I am a Trump fan. You might not believe me, but I named my dog Trump. Okay? But just because I voted for him doesn't mean I agree with everything that he says. Okay? And everything that he does. So, understand that. I don't hate the guy, but I just think things have been handled weirdly. We haven't seen any follow through on the crypto stuff. We've seen nothing on the strategic reserve, nothing on the Bitcoin reserve, and nothing on the no capital gains. Where is that, Trump? Okay. I think he needs to do something to get his ratings back up because I don't think his ratings are doing very good right now with the way things are going. At least with me. His ratings are down with me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about how Trump has handled everything so far. AOZ, I still like this one. Again, the deeper that wave gets, the better. I'm going to put that one on the favorites list. It's sitting right on the 50 right now, so let's watch for that green dot here next week. Did I put that one in there? Yes, I did. Okay. We got Dell. Dell is breaking back up, but the stochastic is too high, so I want to see a pullback on this one down to like maybe $100. $100. Stochastic's too high. Looks like they had earnings and they missed. What's that doing after hours? Up and down after hours, so not even moving after that earnings miss. Yeah, not for next week. Sorry. Here's another one. HWM. This is a space company. Again, great place to buy. Not a great place to buy. Daku. Daku looks good. Stochastics on the floor. We're sitting right on that 50. I like this one. Well, a tech company here. They do all the Daku signing, the contracts and stuff like that. They're going to be around for a long time. Okay, they're needed in today's society with contracts being online. Polkadot falling off a cliff. We had a green dot right here, I believe, at 4, and it's coming back down. It's probably going to bounce right off of $4. But watching for a green dot on that one this week. That one's been disappointing this year. But look how deep the monthly wave is right now. This thing's building a big, large base down here. Ugly, man. Ugly. Okay, but I want to watch that one for a green dot next week. If that thing bounces at 4, it's going to be fine. XRP still up above. So XRP is getting down here into buy territory. Set your limit orders on XRP at like $2. Okay, if that comes, look how deep the wave is. Last time the wave was this deep was all the way back here in April. Look what it did. It hit the blue line, it dipped, and then it ripped. Okay, $2 looking very good. I really like XRP next week. If you get a green dot on XRP next week, I think that's going to be a great place to load up on that one. Here's VeChain also breaking down here below the 50. Watching for a green dot here next week. Again, the monthly candle is now red. I don't like this close on the monthly, but as long as this thing can hold 0.023, it's fine. If we lose that low, we'll probably rug down here to 0.017, but watching for the green dot on VeChain here next week. I like that one still. Here's MSTR. Again, trending up here. Too high. Want to see a pullback on that one. Give me a pullback. AVE pulling back here. I like AVE for next week. The pullback has started, so if this thing pulls back in here to 2 to 220, load up. Okay, you're right into the EMAs. We're coming back down now. Okay, looks good. We got X. This is United States Steel Company. Again, every time this thing pulls back into its averages, great time to buy. Great time to buy. Great time to buy. Great time to buy. Big move up. Okay, stochastics up here at the top, though. We don't want to buy when the stochastic and the blue wave is way up there, so not for next week. We got XLM here. XLM on the daily. God, we're breaking down below the EMAs. It's so ugly. I'm really hoping we get some buyers stepping in on Friday. We need to pump tomorrow. Okay, this reminds me of yesterday when everyone was all excited at the beginning of the candle. Remember, we were on the live and we were up 3, 4, 5, 6. Some names were up 8%, and they just rugged it on us. So this is normally what they do into the end of the month, though. They'll try to flush everybody out, and then the new monthly candle forms, and we pump. So I still like these names, okay? The next green dot is going to be where I'm going to say, hey, this is the bottom here. Okay, and that's where we're going to take our stand. So still bullish on XLM. I want to see where the green dot comes. And if we lose that level where we get the green dot, then I'll be worried. But I still like this one above 26. Here's Airbnb. This one doesn't look too bad for next week off a green dot. Again, stochastics on the floor. We're touching that white dotted line. I'm sorry, we're touching that EMA up above 120. I still like Airbnb. Here's Google. Google's breaking out, but again, that stochastic is too high. Need that thing to come down next week. QNT, we called this one out here on Monday at $95. It went all the way up to 120. Again, nice big uptrend here, but we want to see that stochastic pull back now. Okay, I'd be holding this one. Okay, holding that one till the stochastic on the monthly now. Okay, that's up here at 54, so that's a little higher than most. But when that thing gets back up there to the white dotted line on the monthly is where I would unload. Okay, this trend looks really, really good, though. If that pulls back to like 90 to 95, get the truck. Okay, but not next week. I don't think that's going to happen next week. INJ still looks good. Okay, want to buy every single green dot on this one. Any pullback, if this pulls back to $12, that's going to be an excellent place to buy that one. Atom followed off a cliff here. Okay, just need the green dot here. Again, not giving up on this play just yet. We want to see where that green dot comes. And up above $4, this one still looks okay. The monthly candle's still green, so I think this one's going to flip green here in June, on the monthly at least. Just want to see where that green dot comes next week. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. Oh, we got Ethereum Classic. Pumped up, pulled back. Okay, beautiful entry spot. Little pump there. Now we're right back down at the level we bounced at last time. So watching for the green dot on this one. $17 is going to be the level to watch. If that breaks 17, we'll most likely come back down to 16 or 15. But above 17, it still looks good. Okay, let's watch that one next week. SEI, also break it down below the 50. So honestly, I didn't want to see this break here. I didn't want to see this break below these 50 EMAs. I really didn't want to see it. But again, we're not screwed yet. And again, we're still long, guys. In the short term, this just looks ugly. We got to see how this plays out here into June. I would not make any moves until we get the June candle. Okay, we want to see the June candle. We want to see those June monthly alerts come in. I think SEI still looks very, very good here at 20 cents. 18 cents would probably be the next level you wanted to buy it at. But I would wait for the green dot there on SEI. Let's watch that one next week. SHIB breaking down here, but look at that. The wave is getting way down here right now. And again, the last time the wave was down here was all the way back in what? April? Boom. Ripski. Okay? Patience, guys. Patience. Okay, I think we're going to see some buyers stepping in here on Friday. So let's watch SHIB next week as well. We got Free Solar, or First Solar. This one looks good too. The solar company, we went up, we pulled back. Watching for that green dot. I think Free Solar is probably one of my favorite setups here that I've seen today. Okay, broke out of a very long downtrend. Big breakout. Here's the retracement. Okay, this is a takeoff phase. This reminds me of CELH when it broke out on its earnings. This is a prime time setup. Here's CELH. You guys remember that earnings back in February? Broke out, pulled back. Okay, and then absolutely ripped to the upside. That looks exactly like this chart here. On First Solar, this is a solar company. FSLR is the ticker. Went up to 200, pulled back to 155. I think this one looks fantastic for next week. That's one of my favorite setups today. Here's what is this? Flare. Flare's breaking down below the EMA as well. Again, watching for the green dot next week. Not looking to do anything until June. Not looking to make any judgments until we get the next round of green dots here, guys. Do not get shaken out here. This is a shakeout. Okay, wait for the daily dots. When the wave is that low, okay, look at XRP. When the wave is that low, that is a buying opportunity. Okay, boom. Down here below the zero line. Okay, not buying up here. We want to buy down here, and we are very oversold. That just indicates that we're oversold. Here's Schwab. That one's too high. STX looks good. Wait for that green dot. Again, we broke down below the 50. Ugly candle. I really hope we pump in Friday and Saturday into the close. But, I mean, just looking at these monthly charts, guys, I mean, the next 1 to 6 months are going to be huge. Again, the top is when the stochastic on the monthly hits that white dotted line. Time to sell right there at 350. Boom. All the way down at zero now. You should be looking to load up. Okay, STX still looks good as long as it holds on to 70 cents. That one's in the favorites. I'd be buying the crap out of the next daily dot on that one. AT&T, not looking to buy that one next week. We got Cisco. Cisco's too high. Okay, when I say too high, I mean we're too far off the EMAs. Okay, here's Twilio. Twilio looks like right above 110, but again, the stochastic is too high. Algo pulling back hard here, hitting 20, probably hitting some stop losses there. Next level to watch is that previous low right there at 19. We really want that to hold. Let's keep an eye on that one next week. Here's Service Now. Want to see a pullback into 900 on that one. Okay, too far off of that. Wait for that pullback into 900. That'd be a good entry. The stochastic is on the floor, so let's go ahead and add that one in. We got Intel. Intel's still trending below that EMA here. You got a green candle on the monthly. I don't know why Intel's getting slammed here. I mean, they are still one of the biggest chip makers in the world, but their stock has just been sucking lately. So, stochastic is on the floor. It's been very choppy lately, but it is below the EMAs here. What's the 4 hours saying really quick? Down below, yeah. I'm putting that one on the red list. I'd rather buy AMD. IMX, I don't even know what this one is, honestly. I'm taking this one off the list. I'm cleaning out my list, just like Eminem when he was cleaning out his closet. IBM, too high. Bonk is into the averages here, so I like Bonk next week. Looking for that green dot for an entry. Here's FET. This is FET. Up above 70, this one still looks good. Okay, watching for the next green dot. The stochastic's a little high. I want to see how this one acts around 70 cents next week. We'll keep an eye on that one. Here's AKT. Breaking down below the EMAs here. I think there's a good chance we could see a little bit of a dip on Friday and Saturday into June, right? I think they're really trying to shake everybody out right now. Again, I'm not going to be here sitting calling the top of altcoin season until Ethereum's stochastic RSI gets back up here. Okay, I'm willing to wait 1 to 6 months to 12 months. I don't care how long it takes, guys. We're going to make generational money if we can just simply wait for this to happen. Okay, don't get shaken out on these little dips. Okay, do not get shaken out of these little dips. I don't know much about AKT, but that one did get the cross there on the 50, so I'm putting that one back in the red. EtherFi looks interesting. It's one of those newer projects. I don't know too much about this one. I'm probably going to just take this one off the list as well because I'm trying to declutter, if you guys know what I mean. 67. 67 is a stop loss here for PayPal. I actually like PayPal next week. Dollar General. This was a beautiful setup right here. You saw the stochastic right there at 0. We were sitting right there at 88, right into those EMAs. Boom. Rocket ship. Again, stuck in a downtrend, stuck in a downtrend, stuck in a downtrend. Breaking out. Okay, pulling back, doing the ripski. Okay, but now we're too high. Everything's pointing down. So we got to wait. Wait till we get closer to those EMAs. Here's ADSK. This one also too high off the EMAs. Rose. Let's not give up on Rose. Okay, Rose is still hanging in its range up above 3 cents. As long as we can hold 3 cents, this thing's fine. If 3 breaks, expect it to come back down here to 0.025. Okay, we're getting pretty close here. Dash is too high. Hype is coming down here. I like the stochastic on the floor on this one. This is a newer project. Honestly, I think the market cap's just way too high right now on this thing. But if that thing came back into 22.5, I would buy the crap out of it. I'm going to keep an eye on that one next week for a green dot. Snow, too high. We got PANW. This one don't look bad. This is Palo Alto. Another really large market cap stock here. As long as that one can maintain $78, it looks okay. Got a red dot here today, but when you get the red dot, that's when you guys want to set the stop loss at the previous low. So if you see a red dot on your chart, you got to find the previous low. In this case, it's right here at $78 and set your stop loss. If that breaks, things get ugly. Okay, so just not a huge fan of some of these companies. Looks okay. Let's keep an eye on that one. Let's keep an eye on it as long as it holds 78. XCN, the wave's getting deeper. This is good. This thing is bullish over 0.012. Again, just stuck in a range right now. So the deeper this wave gets, the better. Just looking for that green dot here on the daily chart. It's bouncing right now on the 100-day. kind of where it bounced last time right here in May. So I do think we're going to get some buying volume here, but again, I could be totally wrong, guys. I could be totally wrong. I'm just waiting for the signals. So I want to watch XCN. I like it that it's back into the EMA here, looking for the green dot, okay, for that confirmation. And then Zillow. This one's just hanging out around its 200 EMA as well. They reported a pretty good earnings. And if Fed Powell can just suck it up and quit playing politics and cut rates, you should see real estate start to do very well. Let's keep an eye on Zillow next week. I like Zillow above $64. SoFi also hanging out here on its averages. I think the growth is there. They've been killing their earnings lately. That one's going on the favorites list as well. Again, big old move up, pull back into the averages. We want to buy at the averages. And right now, SoFi's sitting right at its 100-day moving average. So I still like this one above 12 bucks. Easy stop loss on this one at 12. PLTR way too high. Way too high on PLTR. TKO. This one's coming back down. Blue Wave way down here. I like this one. They're affiliated with the UFC. If that comes down to like 145, eat it up. iBit coming down here. Bitcoin selling off. This is the Bitcoin ETF. This thing's pretty high right now. So if that corrects, we're just going to look for a buying opportunity. A great buying opportunity was right here at 46. Into the EMA there. Boom. Ripsky. Okay, that one's a little too high though for next week. Watch Bitcoin. Okay, Mara, same thing. Mara was looking really good here. And they're just playing with it, man. They're just manipulating the crap out of it right now. Let's watch Mara next week. But Mara is a very volatile stock, guys. This is NU. This is a Brazilian bank. That one's sitting at a good spot right now. Just looking for that green dot for the confirmation. I like NU next week. HIMS. HIMS is breaking here. I was telling you guys to sell this one right here. Well, I said to set a stop loss at like 48. Right there, it ended up going to 65. You got another red dot right there, and now it's selling off. So I want to see this one retrace back to like 35. Stochastic is on the floor, so let's go ahead and watch that one next week to see if we get a big dip. Domino's Pizza, that one would be a nice buy around 450. Let's go ahead and watch that one next week. Here's TAI. We've traded this like well, I haven't traded it, but it's had some really nice setups. I traded it off the weekly dot here, as you guys know. This was called out. Someone requested this on TikTok. I saw that signal get called out there on April 14th at 3 cents. It went all the way up to 15 cents. I think I sold it like 13. Beautiful move, but it pulled back into the EMA there. Nice little setup. 6 cents up to 13 was 100%. Pulled back there to 7. Back up to 16 was like 120%. And now it's pulling back again. So where would I buy this? I would wait till it comes back into that 50 EMA. Maybe right there around 9 or 10 cents. So this one looks good. Let's keep an eye on this one for a green dot here next week. That one's on the favorites list. We got Robinhood. Robinhood's too high. Okay, I wanted to buy Robinhood right here at 36. Wanted to buy Robinhood right here at 35. Okay, looking for that pullback on Robinhood. I love this company. I think they're going to do very, very well in the coming decade. I think they're going to be a very, very large company. Just look at their earnings. I mean, they're crushing it, making $1 billion a quarter. They're doing very well, but too high. Waiting for that retracement. Netflix, same thing. Waiting for that retracement. Great time to buy Netflix right here. Great time to buy Netflix right here. Okay. Green dot. Boom. Ripsky. Pullback. Ripsky. CCJ, way too high. I said sell this thing today. Got the red dot here. You get the red dot. You want to use that previous low. Boom. 57 cents on the stop loss there. Waiting for the pullback. Way too high. We want to see that pullback into the averages. Coinbase. What's Coinbase doing? Coinbase is pulling back. I like that. I like that. Again, we got that news of them being listed in the S&P 500. Everybody's freaking out. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's yelling, jumping for joy. Are we buying when everyone else is jumping for joy? No. We're waiting for that retracement back into 220. CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike's too high. Okay, red dot here today. I would use a stop loss on this one at 440. I would honestly sell this one right here, right now. The red dot, okay, let's turn our auto fib on. In the red zone is where we want to sell. Okay, that's where I'd be taking profits. I would take profits on that one. Waiting for a pullback. SE, same thing. Taking profits up here. Again, turn that red, turn the auto fib on. We're up here in the red zone. Okay, not looking to buy in that area. Looking to take profits or set a stop loss. Stop loss at 156. Okay, too high. I want to see the retracement. Virtual, I want to see a pullback on virtual. I want to see a pullback, a bigger pullback on virtual. This is another name I'd look to buy. on a good dip. Okay, if we do end up getting a big retracement here on Friday and Saturday, you guys are going to know at the time of watching this video if we do. I can't predict the future, unfortunately. But if that thing could pull back into 140 to 120, I would love that. Okay, I want to see the stochastic down there at 0, just like it was right there in May. Boom, 166. Nice move up to 259. Okay, watch it for a pullback into 120 here. Let's keep an eye on that one next week. TTD, I really like Trade Desk as well. I think this one got very overextended here. They beat their earnings and they sold off. They got hit super hard. When a stock gets hit like this, we want to pay attention. Okay, they just flushed everybody out of it. Okay, what did we do here? We broke back up over the averages. Okay, and now we're just looking for a green dot, but I don't think this thing is going to break down below 70. If it does, it may need to fill that gap back there at 60. So watch for the stochastic this week, but that one's on the watch list. I would buy the next green dot on this one and go long on Trade Desk. Look at that monthly candle. Big fatty candle right there. Okay, we love that. Here's Axon again, too high. Great time to buy here. Great time to buy here. Decent time to buy here. Great time to buy. Great time to buy. Great time to buy. Not a good time to buy. Okay, that one's too overextended. IREN, IREN. Oh, shoot. IREN, want to see that stochastic lower. This is an energy company, so honestly, if that thing pulled back to like 7, I would like it, but it did break out, so let's watch that one next week as well. Again, we broke out over the EMA here, looking for the retracement. Rivian, car maker here, electric car maker pulling back here. I would love to buy this one at like 13 bucks. Stochastic's getting pretty close to 0 there. Let's watch that one next week. We got Rum also broke out here. Let's watch this one next week as well. Want to see that stochastic on the floor and a green dot. I would love to buy it right there around 200 at like 8 to 850. 850, I think would be a good spot to snag some Rumble. This is the competitor of YouTube, which is owned by Google. SOUN, this one looks good. Okay, this one actually gave us the signal here on Tuesday for the entry, and it's almost right back at the place where we got the signal. So you can see how it's right back into the 15. So if you guys are too late on the daily dot, right? If it came and you missed it, what I like to do is zoom into the 15-minute chart. Okay, 15-minute chart and wait for the retracement into the 200, just like it did here at 240. Okay, just like it did there. So I like SOU, and I think AI stocks are going to do very, very well this summer as well. They're really heating up. That and TEM, which we looked at earlier, that had a 20% drop yesterday, right back into the averages. So I'd be loading up on TEM as well. Those are two good AI plays there. We got BBAI coming up too. OKLO, I made a video on this today again. Way too far up here. Look how far off the averages we are. Again, when we're that far off of the averages, okay, boom. That's what's coming, okay? Too far off the mean. Mean is just another word for average. You guys learned that in like 2nd grade. I know you did. Big move up. Get ready. They're going to rug it, just like on ZBCN. Okay, you guys are going to get it, man. Yeah, everyone's bullish on it. It's good. It's great here in the short term. But I know I've seen this story over and over and over again. Okay, over and over again. Definitely make sure you guys set a stop loss on that ZBCN at that 6-cent level. If you guys are in this, please, 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 okay, use your brain here. Okay, use your brain. This thing's up 500% from that signal. Okay, don't fall in love with your assets. Okay, just protect your gains. So if you set a stop loss at 6, that means that sell order is going to trigger, and you won't ride it all the way back down to 2 or 3. OKLO, again, that's just a sell next week. Uber looks good next week. Stochastic down there on the floor, selling off here. Okay, looking for entries here. Looking for 80, 76, and 72. All look good here. I really like Uber for next week. We got GME also selling off big here. Let's keep an eye on GME next week. They got earnings coming up here. If we can get in on GME around 24 to 26, that'd be a great place to buy. BBAI, again, had a big explosion this week. Another one I'd be in here on the 15-minute watching for an opportunity. It's hitting the 200 right now on the 15-minute. That had a big takeoff there. We were buying that one, looking to buy that one right here at $3. It went all the way up to 450 there. I still like it above $3. I still think it looks like a good play. Honestly, TEM though, TEM probably looks the best out of these three AI for next week. These three AI stocks, TEM probably looks the best with a stop loss at 48. So stochastic's just a little too high for me here on BBAI. But I think you could see a big fat green candle come tomorrow, which is going to be Friday, which would have already happened here if you guys are watching this video right now. So you guys would know. But I'd set a stop loss. I'd move my stop loss up to 350 on that one. If you guys entered right here at 3, shove that stop loss up to 350. If 350 hits, I would probably take some off the table, protect your capital. But this looks good. Let's watch that one next week too. Why not? Here's ANET. Sitting right on the 50 right now. That one looks decent. RGTI. This one's too high. Quantum computing play there. QBTS also way too high. Profit taking territory up here. Looking to take profits that far off of the EMAs. IONQ also profit taking territory up here. Big extension there. Big nice move right there. Bang. Now let's wait for the retracement to get back in. And NVTS, same thing. Okay, they had that partnership with NVIDIA. Everyone's losing their minds. Now let's wait for that retracement back here into like $3. This one's going to set up very nice. Let's just wait for that pullback. Okay, back if we could get this thing at $3, that's going to be epic. But you can see red dot came today. I told you guys to sell this thing at around, I think I said set a stop loss at $6 is what I said. So $6 stop loss would have been hit right there. And that is it for today, guys. So let me go ahead and share this watch list with you guys. I'll show you guys how to get it here. I'm going to go ahead and actually take this list here and put it over here in the Discord. So let me go ahead and share this with our watch list channel here. So here is going to be, I'm going to post this on May 29th. Boom. And then you guys will obviously watch this video on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometime over the weekend. But that is the watch list for next week, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm also going to share that here with our YouTube community. So let's see here. Community. I got to go to the channel here. This is new. So we actually have a membership on YouTube now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and make a post here for you. May 29th watch list. Oh, can you not copy and paste a link ski? Oh, there we go. And then this will be members only. So if you guys want to join the YouTube membership, pretty much what that does is it just gives you access to the live chats. It'll give you priority in the live chat when we do our live streams for, questions and chart requests. You guys can click join here and become a member on YouTube. I'm trying to build this membership up here. This is just a YouTube Spartan. That's what gives you access to the members only live chats, the priority reply to comments. So if you guys are pissed off, I seen a couple of you in the Discord being like, oh, you never answer my request. Well, if you become a member, I'll answer every single one of your requests here on YouTube in the live chat. So on Wednesday is when we do our live chart requests. Those are straight from the live chat here on Discord, or I'm sorry, on the live here. If I pop this up, you can see, you guys can request those. We did this yesterday on Wednesday. That was May 28th. And then on Monday, we're going to be doing our chart requests over here from the Discord. So if you guys are a member of the Discord, I'm going to be opening up the chat on Sunday. So you guys will be able to put all your chart requests in here. 3 per person, but I will be answering those on Monday for you guys. And then, of course, we do our watch list normally on Friday. You guys are watching this on Friday. I recorded this on Thursday because, again, I'm traveling tomorrow. But I wanted to make sure I got a video out for you guys to hang in there. Let's actually look at my portfolio really quick. I haven't gone over my portfolio. ARB is still looking good here. It's sitting right on the 50 right now. I still like it above 35. If 35 breaks, I'll probably look to add more down there at 30. CRO, wow, big wick down there. You're getting some volume stepping in here. You're getting some dip buyers stepping in here. You can see that in that wick right now. So probably looking to add more on this one on the green dot as well if I have some extra capital. Chainlink, as always, I'm just hoping this thing goes lower just to buy more. Watching for the daily green dot here again. Going to be very interesting to see how we open up here inside of June. And then Chirp, this is our 100x play. This and Riz are our 100x plays for this cycle. I think we called this thing down here at like 4 cents. It's all the way up. It went up like 400% or something like that, but still holding on to that one. Not selling that one until it hits like a $50 to $100 million market cap. I think it's at like a $5 million market cap right now. I'm honestly watching the 4 hour on this one for a green dot here. You can see the last green dot that came with the wave down here on the 4 hour was May 19th. That was at 0.048. It went all the way up to 17 cents. So that signal's going to come here probably tomorrow, and I think it's going to have a good day. Here's AERO. Okay, that one's just testing that 55 level. I still like this one above 50 cents. I still think this is a very strong project on the base network. You can see how deep the wave is here. This is really good, this wave being deep going into the beginning of the month, which tells me, right, we're going to go up in June, because, again, we're thinking like weeks out here on the daily chart. When this thing comes back up here, right, the daily is going to feed the monthly chart, and the monthly chart is going to be going up as this wave recovers. So I still really like this project. Again, fundamentally bullish on everything that I buy. I believe in the projects. Riz is another $5 million market cap coin. I got a pretty large position in. Same thing on this one. Watching the 4 hour. This thing's just chopping around right now. I have this one staked over here. I know you guys have been following along. Some of you have this stuff staked. And my staking, I can claim my first set of rewards. You can see I've earned 19,000 coins. I can earn my first set of rewards here in 20 hours. So I'm going to claim that tomorrow. I will not be unstaking this thing until it hits a $50 to $100 million market cap. Okay, I have about 7.5 million of these tokens staked over here at 21% APY. So I'm earning 21% as they just sit here on their website. This is a way they get their coins into circulation. So I'm just accumulating as much as possible right now, because, again, these two assets that I have, guys, are like 100x plays. Okay, my prediction is that they're going to be $100 million market caps, just because based on the research I've done. If you guys missed the video that I did on these, you guys can come over here in the latest tab and scroll up a little bit here. And this video right here, 2 altcoins that could 100x by 2025. I went over both Chirp and Riz, but you can see it's only a $4.8 million market cap right now. So if it goes to $1 million market cap, or $100 million market cap, that's going to be like a from right here, it's almost a 80x or something like that, like a huge move higher. Same thing with Chirp. Very, very small projects, but they do have legitimacy. This one's a $7.5 million market cap. Now, we were buying it at like a $2 million market cap. So very small projects. Again, I think both of these are going to go to 100 million. That's why they're in my portfolio. The technicals matter, but really not that much, because I'm paying attention to that market cap. I'm long on these projects. They're very new projects. Okay, this one just came out in February, and Chirp just came out in January. So they're brand new. Like, nobody even knows about them yet. Remember what I said? When nobody else is talking about them, that's normally when I want to buy. I want to buy before everyone's yelling about it on Twitter. So those aren't really technical plays, but I am watching those 4-hour charts for opportunities to potentially add there. Riz here, again, looking for the green dot. You got this one right here at around 4 cents. It's just chopping around right now. Still looking very bullish. Still looking very good. Very low market cap. DJT, I'm just holding this one, seeing what happens. Now that we have volume coming in, there's going to be some volatility. So the options chain is probably going to get heated up here. Next week's going to be interesting for this one. Looking for that green dot on the daily. The last time we got a green dot with the wave down here was right here in April at about $17. It went all the way up to 28. That was a very nice move, 70%. So again, when that signal comes, that will be the confirmation of a move higher. And I think we're going to get that probably next week. And then CLSK, same thing. This one deeply depends on Bitcoin's price action. So we'll see if tomorrow's a red day. You guys are going to know at the time of watching this video whether we're green or red tomorrow. But we're sitting at a very good level here on CLSK. This is a crypto mining company. They own the 4th largest amount of cryptocurrency out of any institution right now. They mine cryptocurrency, so obviously they mine Bitcoin. I'm sorry, they own the 4th largest amount of Bitcoin out of any institution in the world. So I still like this thing above 850. potentially looking to add to that one on a green dot as well. Still holding long on all these projects. Again, I don't think altcoin season is going to end. It won't end, guys. Altcoin season is literally just happening. Like, it just started this month. So altcoin season normally lasts like 5 or 6 months. Okay, normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Okay, I think into November we're going to see a massive, massive move. I've been targeting anywhere from August to September. Could potentially go to November. I don't really know. I will have a better idea when I see this stochastic RSI up here at 100. And until that happens, just holding all my crypto. I don't care what it does. If anything, if stuff goes lower, I don't care. I'm looking to buy more. Okay, I'm looking to just continue accumulate, go work, right? Earn money, mow some lawns, drive some Uber, whatever you got to do. Okay, and just keep buying. And then when Ethereum gets back up here, just like it did in 2021 and 2024, that's when we're going to be taking our profits. That's when we're going to be exiting and waiting for the exodus to happen again. And then we will just rinse and repeat. We will get in again and over again as time goes on. Guys, thanks so much for watching today. If you guys have any questions or need anything, hit me up over here in the support chat on in Discord, or shoot me an email. My email is right here in the server rules, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. If you guys are not a member in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing. It's $4 a month to join over here. All you got to do is click on this link right here. $4 a month gets you access to all the trade alerts that we talked about today. Weekly watch list, advanced market analysis, 24/7 trade support, member chat. You can see all my trades, request charts for Mondays, live streams, and also giveaways. We have XRP giveaways going on all the time over here, giving away a lot of XRP over the last couple of months, and looking to give away more. So if we can get this video right here to 300 likes, I'll give away 300 XRP. If you guys are still here, make sure you smash that like. We'd love to give away some XRP. And with that being said, guys, God bless you. Have a great weekend, and we will be live on Monday again here at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 4 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. We will be taking chart requests from the Discord. I will open the chat up so you guys can put your chart requests in here on Sunday. I don't leave it open all week because then we get 1,100 requests. I open it on Sunday night, and you guys have all day Sunday, all day Monday to put your chart requests in, and I will get to those on Monday. I'll cover every single one. I have a limit of 3 per person, so please just only drop 3, your top 3 over there. And with that being said, guys, God bless you. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.